Riley stepped onto the jungle-bound train, her heart light with adventure, unaware of the nightmare waiting ahead in the trees. The train rolled into the thick jungle. Leaves brushed the windows. The air grew darker. Riley leaned closer to the glass, eyes wide. Tall trees lined both sides. The engine's sound echoed oddly. A strange hush replaced the usual jungle noises. Something felt wrong. Birdsong stopped. Even the wind grew still. The train slowed slightly. A few passengers exchanged nervous glances, feeling the tension. Suddenly, from deep within the woods, a guttural roar echoed. It was loud, angry, and not like any animal Riley had ever heard. Passengers sat straight. An old man muttered, "That's not a tiger." Children clung to their parents as fear spread like fire. Bushes shook. Trees cracked. A monstrous shape darted between the trunks. Its speed was unnatural, far too fast, far too big. With a ground-shaking roar, the monster lunged toward the train. People screamed. The metal shell shuddered with the impact. The driver floored it. The engine roared to life, pushing the train faster than it had ever gone before. The train rattled at top speed. Trees zipped past. Sparks flew beneath. Riley held a pole tight, heart pounding like a drum. Behind them, the beast gave chase. It was leaping through vines and trees, claws scraping bark, its roar deafening the air. A rear car was crushed by its claws. Passengers inside screamed. Flames sparked. The train jolted violently but didn't stop. The driver shouted into the radio for help. Static only. They were too deep in the jungle. No signal, no rescue, no hope. Riley crawled toward the next car, helping a child to safety. She glanced back once. The monster was gaining again. The train's speed was near breaking point. A tunnel appeared ahead, but so did the monster. It was now in front of them. The creature blocked the track, mouth open wide. The driver screamed and hit the brakes, but it was too late to stop. Riley saw the monster's jaws. Thinking fast, she leapt through the train door and jumped, rolling onto the jungle floor. Seconds later, the train slammed into the beast. Metal crunched. Fire exploded. Screams were drowned in a roar of destruction. Silence. Flames lit the trees. The train was gone. Riley sat up, dizzy and scraped, watching black smoke rise from wreckage. Everyone was gone. Burnt metal and scattered luggage lay everywhere. Riley stood up, her eyes filled with tears. She limped away from the wreck, stepping into the jungle. Darkness thickened around her like a blanket of fear. Behind her, branches snapped. The monster had survived. Its growl rumbled low, as if it smelled her blood in the air. Riley ran. Vines whipped her face. Her boots sank in the mud. The jungle was alive and against her. She climbed a fallen tree, hiding under thick leaves. Holding her breath, she listened. The growling moved elsewhere. Night fell. Insects buzzed loudly. Riley found a rock cave to hide in, using her jacket as a blanket. She didn't sleep, now quieter, but every sound made her flinch. She found a stream and drank quickly, then kept moving. She made a spear from a branch, tying glass to the tip with shoelaces. Suddenly, the ground shook. Footsteps. Heavy. She ran to the trees and climbed. The monster passed underneath, sniffing, searching. Her breath hitched in her throat. After it passed, she dropped down and ran again, deeper into the jungle, hoping to find a village, a road, anything. Instead, she found bones. A field of broken skeletons, twisted metal, and torn bags. This had happened before. She grabbed a hunting knife from a skeleton's belt and a flare gun. "I'm not dying here," she whispered to herself. The monster screamed in the distance. It was angry it had lost her again. But it was not giving up. Riley used the flare to light a fire pit and covered it with branches. A trap. She lured the monster with her own scent. The creature came. Slowly. It sniffed the trap, stepped forward, and fell in. Flames burst around it. It screamed. Riley stood frozen. Then she ran, knowing it wouldn't be dead, just delayed. She needed more distance. She followed a trail marked by old boots. Someone else had come this way. Maybe someone had escaped. The path led to a crashed helicopter, moss-covered. She found a flare inside, water bottles, and a torn map. According to the map, there was a ranger outpost near a waterfall. She circled it, marked the route, and moved. The monster howled again. Louder, closer, faster than before. Smoke rose behind her. The fire pit trap had failed. She sprinted for the waterfall, map clenched in her fist. She could hear trees falling behind her. It was chasing. The jungle opened slightly. She saw the waterfall. Tall, roaring, beautiful. And just beyond it, a tower. The ranger outpost. She cried out, waving her arms. No answer. The door was closed, and the windows were dark. She reached the door and pounded. It didn't open. The monster burst from the trees. No time. She jumped into the river. Water rushed around her. The monster lunged after her but slipped on rocks. It bellowed as she vanished over the edge. Riley hit the bottom hard but survived. Bruised and cold, she dragged herself to the shore, coughing up water. She followed the rocky path behind the falls and reached a fence. It was electrified, broken open from the outside. Inside, radios were shattered. Skeletons again. The monster had come here too. Riley found a shotgun and a radio beacon. It had power. She turned it on. A green light blinked. Signal sent. A helicopter replied from miles away. ETA 3 hours. Could she survive that long? She barred the doors and waited. An hour passed. Then footsteps. Not human. She readied the shotgun and held her breath as the shadow moved closer. The monster was smarter now. It didn't charge. It circled the building, testing weak spots. Riley stayed silent. Suddenly, it crashed through a sidewall. She fired. Missed. Fired again. Hit its arm. It roared in fury. It lunged. She dodged, ran upstairs, grabbed a flare and shot it into its face. It screamed, blinded. She leapt from a window, landing hard on the ground. The monster thrashed inside. She ran to the beacon tower. Smoke rose. The creature burned. It leapt out, one arm gone, but still alive. Still hunting. Still raging. Riley climbed the tower. The helicopter appeared in the distance, its blades slicing air like hope itself. The monster reached the tower base. Riley dropped a gas can, then lit it. Flames roared. The beast screamed again. The fire climbed fast. The tower groaned. The helicopter hovered. Rope ladder dropped. Riley climbed with shaking hands. Below her, the beast thrashed once more, then collapsed in fire. She didn't look back. She kept climbing. Hands pulled her aboard. The pilot shouted, "We got you!" Jungle smoke disappeared beneath them. She sat silently, tears streaming. The nightmare was over. The jungle grew smaller as they flew toward the sun. The pilot asked, "What was that thing?" Riley whispered, "I don't know, but it won't get anyone else again." And as the jungle faded into the clouds, Riley knew one thing. She had survived the monster, but she'd never forget it.